back to your Meant to
Thank you
Shine
so much.
podcast. So today's a talk
Thanks,
show,
Paulina.
and I'm so happy to be here today with Paulina Xerri from Australia. So, and Paulina, for me, she's in the future. Yeah, it's Friday for her, it's Thursday for me. So, Paulina,
Crazy.
yeah, yeah. So, Paulina, so thank you very much for accepting my invite.
You're
And
very welcome.
yeah, and I am here today to share your magic, how you help people to reframe who they really are. So, first
Yeah.
of all, my love, can you introduce yourself, please?
Of course, of course. As you said, I'm Paulina Xerri. I am from Australia in Melbourne, and it is funny to say I am in your future when you say it like that. It is weird to think. Yes, it's definitely Friday at 9 a.m. for us in Australia. But I run a business called Business and Mindset Madams, which stands for
Mm,
BAM Coach. And I support female entrepreneurs to not just scale their business, that's the business side of what I do, but also their mindset. So I help them to scale themselves.
mm,
I live off a belief that if we've got dreams and goals that we want to be achieving, that, and we haven't been achieving them, then the person that we are right now is not the person that's going to enable us to achieve our future dreams and goals. And so
exactly.
that part of scaling ourselves, stepping into our true self is part of, my coaching philosophy, so to speak.
Wow, Pauline, amazing. So, a business mindset coach. Yes. And when we were talking before, when we really met, you talk about that you reframe who people really are and who they truly are. So, in fact, it's about mindset. And it also it has to do with energy, some energy work, right? So,
Absolutely.
it's not only helping them in their business, but becoming who they are meant to be in order to hold the container of wealth and abundance through their gifts as well, monetizing their gifts and becoming what they are meant to be, right? So,
Yeah,
can you,
absolutely.
yeah, so can you share about this process, about this
Yeah,
journey?
yeah, absolutely. One thing I realized a long time ago before becoming a coach, that I was really trapped in this identity that was almost handed down to me by my mum and dad unknowingly. Like, I love my parents, right? But I was carrying this identity called the good girl.
Oh,
And the good girl, she was really good at saying yes to everybody else. She was a real people pleaser. I was very over functioning and under functioning, so very high performing. So I did very well at school, university, all my jobs. I excelled from a very young age, and I'm 52 now. By the time I was 25, I was a manager leading teams. So I was this identity of the good girl. She served me quite well.
yeah,
But on the flip
for
side,
sure.
she served me well, but on the flip side, she was also very under functioning. So, under functioning in that, I would often resort to feeling sad because I was doing so much for everyone else and no one
Mm.
did anything for me. So, I had this kind of victim mentality. I would also under function just purely through drinking too much alcohol. So, using alcohol
Oh,
as a way, like, at the end of the week. I need a drink to
oh,
get over
relax,
all of
right?
that,
Yeah.
to
Mm-hmm.
too much drinking, or I wouldn't sleep enough, or I wouldn't take care of myself enough. And in fact, a lot of the underfunctioning I do believe is the reason why after I had my baby, my autoimmune system failed me and I developed an underactive thyroid. It was at that
Oh.
point of my health, and I was also not enjoying my career. I was feeling very stressed with
Mm.
my marriage and relationships, that I knew that something was going on with me. I had all these big dreams and goals. The high achieving, performing part of me always set goals and I always went really hard at them. But I think, that good girl, she went too hard. And I didn't have balance between certainty and uncertainty. I was like a
Okay.
little seesaw. So I needed to go and find that. And I guess one step I took was actually went and saw a life coach to get some help.
Hmm.
It was through that process I decided to train to become a life coach because I felt that I had a real gift from all of my career. One part that I loved most was leadership and mentoring. I really enjoyed helping my staff. And
Yeah.
so my life coach suggested to me, why don't you go and find out about life coaching? So I did. And through that process, that's where I learned that I was trapped in this good girl identity, that she was,
Mm-hmm.
in fact, a mask that I was wearing because it was hiding all the shame that I was feeling and I had built up over the years from being a young girl through to a woman. And that was hiding the core me, the true me.
Mm-hmm.
So I needed to do the work, the personal development work, to remove my mask, work through, I say, swim through the
Yeah, I
layers of
know.
shame, swim through the layers of shame to really open up to the blue, beautiful ocean, which is, the core me, the true me. And
Wow.
that's the woman that has enabled me to go on and be a confident coach, to not be
Oh.
scared to learn new skills, not be afraid of sales or networking with beautiful women across the world, or jumping on, like live talk shows and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was always told that I was confident, but actually I wasn't. That was my mask, my good
Mm-hmm.
girl mask. Just like,
I
yeah,
know. Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
it's very interesting. You
I
talk
love
about these personalities, right? I'm a good girl. I work with this in the Akashic records. And in
that.
our childhood, we embrace these masks in order to belong. Belong is a very powerful energy to create abundance.
Yeah,
And when we are wearing this mask, we have this illusion that we belong, but it's a distortion, right? And then, as you said, when you became an adult, you really you understood that you were wearing a mask because it was causing you misalignment, discomfort in your body. And then it's interesting because you generally healers, like workers, mentors, coaches, they really become aware of their gifts when they're going through hurdles, right? And they say, "Oh, it's a I have to say that it's like it's a rebirth, like, and then the gifts, poof, they flourish, right? It's amazing, isn't it?
I've got goosebumps as well because it is so true. And we spend so much of our lives hiding away from our strengths because our low energy takes us always focusing on our weaknesses, what we can't have, what we don't deserve, what we're not worthy of.
Hmm.
It's that low energy you spoke to, our low emotional energy that holds us back and keeps this mask on us. So
Yes,
that's why I do believe, and again, back to my original theory, most people I talk to have dreams and goals and they're not achieving them,
exactly.
or they're not on a
True,
pathway
true.
moving towards achieving them. They just stay stuck, or they say backwards. They go.
Exactly. Yes, that's true. Yes, and when we dissolve these masks, in fact,
Yeah,
we come to know that, oh, I have others, right?
yeah,
These personalities that hides your unique truth. So
yeah,
when you start dismantling all this mask and mask and mask, and then your gifts will flourish because like you are assessing higher timelines. That's your truth.
Yeah, I
Yes, makes it accessible. Oh, for you. So it's amazing.
yeah,
Me-
I agree. And I always say to my clients, we have to see ourselves as work in progress humans because perfection doesn't exist. The perfect human does not exist.
Mm-hmm.
Good girl, there were lots of the good girl that I've kept because the good girl is kind, she's generous. There are some really wonderful high energy traits about a good girl that I've kept, going
Oh,
because
okay.
I was conditioned for so long to be a good girl. When I'm stressed or feeling challenged, she'll try and appear to come and try and rescue me. And it's at
Mm,
point of awareness when we do personal development work, with our coaches, with our mentors, with our healers. It's at that point where that work in progress human in us says, no, I'm not going to allow that to happen. I have a joke with my clients. We all name the mask that we have. We all have a name for her. My name is Betty. Like when she appears,
ah,
I flick her off my shoulder.
yeah.
I say,
Poof.
thank you, but I don't need your help. Off you go. Go away.
Yeah.
Um, Again, that's the awareness that I don't need the good girl to help me anymore because I'm living my truth. I am who I am at core, and I love who I am. Self-worth, self-love brings
Mm-hmm.
high energy. And when we've got that high energy, we're going to do things that bring our results to us. And we're not scared to fail. Failures are gifts. They teach us how to
Yeah.
be better, how to improve.
There are lessons there, right? That will empower us to shift, yes, and embrace more abundance of our truth. I
Yeah,
agree with you. Yes. Wow.
yeah,
And you said about working hard, not achieving goals, self-sabotage. Yeah, so this kind of mindset of lack and scarcity, in fact, is a mindset that uh i- that is it means misalignment. You are not aligned into who you really are. So how do you work to shift for this? As you said, we are not perfect. Sometimes we're going to, you have these ups and downs, right?
yeah,
So, how do you teach or mentor your clients and the people who want to work with you to navigate the ups and
yeah,
downs that is normal when you are on your soul path, this journey.
yeah, yeah. Well, the first step I always start with my new clients is to get them to identify what it is that they want.
Mm.
Come to me with all the things that they don't want, and that's that scarcity mindset. That's the lack, and that's what
Oh,
because they're focusing on what they don't want. And I guess it's the old law of
yeah,
attraction, right?
yes.
Focus on is what we will have. So if they don't want all these things, they've got low energy that's matching it. And
Mm-hmm.
so all the actions they're taking, which is, as you said, self sabotage, procrastination, avoidance, that's why they're stuck. So it's really important that in the very first instance, when I'm working with my clients, is I get them to clarify, well, if that wasn't a problem, what would it look like? What would you want
Mm.
it? And so we start our work really by identifying their destination and we work through visualizations, we create vision boards. Again, because the more we can see, the more we
Mm-hmm.
feel,
True.
and the more we will hear what it is that we want. So we work through getting them to shift from what they don't want to what they want. And
Mm-hmm.
then then I then listen to, well, what's holding you back? And this is the work that I do that I shared with you, which is a book that I'm writing right now called Leading Without a Mask. because there is a
Oh.
process that I use. It's a neuro-linguistic programming process I use when I studied life coaching to understand the mask that they're wearing, because that's what's keeping them stuck. And we work through a process to remove, understand
Mm.
shame, to open up to their core, to what I say their core selves,
Okay.
shining with traits like being curious, taking risks, being resilient, being emotional, vulnerable, fun, optimistic. That's where we're bringing them back to. So once we've identified the mask, so we know what they want, we now know what they're stuck on. So there's the gap.
Mm-hmm.
We then
Okay.
work through a process where they basically resign the mask, they take it off. We say goodbye to it in a fun little ceremony way.
Ooh.
And then we then focus on building their what they want and moving away
Mm.
from scarcity, and then working on their positivity, their productivity, and of course their potential, which is where they
Potential.
really lie.
Yes.
We then go on a path on building on that. So we work through, from a mindset perspective, we will work through building positive habits, being consistent, how to be
Mm.
and then from a business coaching side, they are now ready to learn. So then we focus on marketing, sales, and how to
Yeah,
deliver.
I do the same. Yeah. Interesting. You talk about, okay.
Sorry, I was just going to say there's no point in working on business skills
Oh, yes.
when you're carrying lack inside of you.
Yes. Or if you're not tapping into your peer worthiness,
That's
right?
right.
Worthy of building a business, right?
Yeah, that's
Building
right.
confidence,
Yeah.
attracting people who really want to work with you, to be in your
Yeah.
container. So, yes, we have to work on ourselves first. And
Yeah,
this is like, it's intertwined. Yes, yourself and your business. And something that I notice as you elevate, you find new obstacles. And
all,
then, yes, so if you are at a certain level, and then if you want to step up, I notice that new obstacles, and it's okay because you are reaching new levels of consciousness, right?
yeah, 100%. You know, I always say as a business coach, it's like peas and carrots. They come together, to make a yummy dish. That's if you like peas and carrots. I
Yeah,
with always peas and carrots on my plate, and I always enjoyed eating them together. Business and mindset, they come together, and when you are scaling, you continue to
mm-hmm.
scale yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, I work with females, and I know one of the biggest challenges
Mm.
is the not just even carrying all the entrepreneurial hats that we wear, but there are things like running the household, being a mother, being a sister, being a good friend, all of those things in our external world. The external world will continue to throw bricks at us.
Yes, true.
And why we work on ourselves is so that we work on the ability to avoid the brick hitting us and literally making us pass out. We want to be able to see the bricks, acknowledge that they're coming towards us, but allow them to go past us so they don't impact us.
Exactly. Something that has come to me is like obstacles. In fact, they are here to show that there's something there. There's potential to unleash, right? There's something there, much more. Even you have never experienced in this lifetime, right? But
Yeah,
it's tangible. So that's why that's let's say, the role of the obstacle. They are there to awaken you. There's something more for you, if you really
yeah,
can see. So,
yeah,
yeah.
agree. Agree. And You know, my first business used to be called Palette of Possibilities because I truly believe that there is a wealth of opportunity for everyone. Everyone has access
Mm-hmm.
to abundance, to freedom, to meaning. And that's why my first business, the Palette of Possibilities, was all about helping my clients understand that. And then obviously working through how you can have it.
Mm.
Scarcity mindset. The word scare is
Yeah.
standout part because we're scared to access what's available. And because
Mm.
in
Yes.
that feeling we're not enough, we're not worthy, we're not loved.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And when we unlock that part of us, our self-esteem,
Mm-hmm.
strong self-esteem, particularly when we're managing these three things, our needs, our boundaries and emotions, when we can manage those three things, we'll always manage the bricks that come.
Exactly. Exactly. Well said. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. You said to me, unlock self-esteem. Yes, and self-love. For
Yeah,
me, self-love is attitude.
yeah,
Right? You develop this attitude of discipline, commitment to the identity, the one that you are becoming. So,
yeah,
yes, we can also call future self that you bring
yeah,
this identity into the now so that you
yeah,
can embody it. Embodiment is so important. You embody, it's crucial, right?
yeah,
To become the identity of your truth,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Totally agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And it feels so good now. And I know you do amazing work with your clients, Angela, that it feels so good now at 52 to
Hmm.
have this knowledge, to have gone through my own personal experience, to remove my mask, to now be able to help women with my gifts. It feels good knowing that the next 20 years or however I choose to keep doing this, that I have my internal system in place to enable me to
Yeah.
basically keep whatever it is that I want to do with my gifts at any point in my life now. And that feels great.
Yeah. This is freedom.
It is, that is
This is
freedom.
freedom. Yes. Yes. And it requires courage. Yes. To free yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. And
I,
yeah.
yeah. Courage is freedom. I'm writing that down.
Yeah. So, what is the message that you have for females that are stuck at a certain level? They want to scale or they want to start a business, and we have these memories of the patriarchal system in us, right? Um, Also, we lead with this worthiness. Am I worthy enough? Is my truth enough? Is my business, my skills, my gifts enough? So, what is the message that you can deliver for these ladies?
You know, my message today really is that no matter what age you are, if you're young and starting your journey, if you're middle aged or getting older and you want more with your life, then don't stay stuck on what
Mm-hmm.
you want because you will always stay there. If you want
Oh,
more freedom, money, meaning, purpose with your life, then reach out and get help. Don't stay stuck in your old patterns of conditioning that won't ask people for help.
exactly.
Find a coach, find a mentor, find a healer, find somebody that can help you focus on what you want and give you the support, the structures,
Mm-hmm.
the love to help you get to where you want to be with your whole life. Your business is one part of it. We're one person. We're not a business person and then,
Yeah, labels.
life partner. We're one person. When our
True.
one person releases, then everything in our life will release with it. So my big message is we all have a choice,
Yes.
stay stuck, or we have a choice to move forward. And so that's what I just want to leave today,
Mm-hmm.
because that is your choice. And if you decide to move forward, then the next step you should take is to reach out and ask for help. We don't have to do these things on our own. And no matter how many TikTok videos you're watching, they won't help you.
No, 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 no. Yeah, I believe that we have to be educated, right? To develop this mindset.
Yeah,
80% is mindset, 20 is strategies. Yeah, so
yeah,
it's very important to be, I say, learn, lead, and shine. So you said you are not a business person. No, first of all, develop your self leadership so
yeah.
that you
And
can lead others, right?
that's
And then this is an ongoing process, and it's all right. The obstacles come, embrace them, be grateful for them because there's something more for you. And we are infinite beings.
yeah,
So this is it. And
yeah.
enjoy the journey, right?
Absolutely. My personal mantra with my life is my body is my power, my mind is my strength. And when
Yes.
I'm focusing on that, I will continue
Mm.
on my positivity, my productivity, and tap into my potential.
Wow, amazing. And I
You're
will,
welcome.
yeah, amazing. And I just add a question that I call learn a question is these questions that we don't answer, we leave as the question, not as the answer, because it's going to open new space and energies in your body. It's like this. If you were really yourself, who would you be? What would you be creating? Right? So I just leave the question so that
Yeah.
you can embody it and see what your inner GPS will take you. And Paulina, how can people find you if they want to
They
have a call with you or get more
can.
information?
I'm very happy. Look, I just want to personally say I'm very grateful to have met you, Angela, and for me to be part.
Ah.
I'm very grateful and thankful for that. It's wonderful to be able to meet women across the other side of the world. I
Yes.
am your in your future time zone, and I feel very grateful. So thank you. So if you'd like to get in touch with me, you can simply through Angela's live today, please comment, or if you're on my feed as well, please comment. Or you can go to my website, bamcoach.com.au, and I'd be very happy to see what it is that you want and take you through some steps to move forward.
Move forward. I love your accent. My Brazilian accent and Australian accent.
You never really hear the Aussie accent. You talk with someone with your beautiful accent. So I'm sure I'll hear the live later and I'll be like, oh, this Aussie accent. It's a funny little accent, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Yes, I love it. Yeah. It means abundance, variety, diversity. Yeah. Isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Accent makes me want to dance. So there you go. We're like peas and carrots.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for watching us. There are amazing souls here watching us. And stay tuned for the next episodes and talk shows that you are meant to shine podcast. Thank
Oh,
you, and I love you.
yeah. Thanks so much, Angela. I'll see you soon.
See you, my dear.
Okay. Bye, darling.
Bye.